Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Pebble lead forms with your call answering service. Many of you may be employing or hire a call answering service like PatLive to take calls for you. I'm going to show you how to create a form within Pebble, embed that onto your website so that your call answering service can fill that out and submit the leads into your Pebble account without having them to log into your Pebble account. What we're going to do is first create the form, embed the form, then actually test this out. Alright, so I'm inside of my Pebble account. The first thing I'm going to head to is go over to Settings. This is where I'm going to create my forms. If I head into Automations, you're going to be able to see that you can now create lead forms inside of here to embed on any website. This can be any website. It does not need to be an REI conversion website, but the website will need to allow for embedding code. Of course, in this example, I'm going to show you how to do it with REI Land Leads. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a new form. Now, instead of me actually creating a new form, I'm just going to show you one that I've already created here. I've called it New Form. You can see here I've got 4 questions. These questions were provided over by Travis King over at Land Investing Mastery if you want to check out his course, as he has a script that goes along with this. So you can see that I've laid out 4 questions here. You can see we're also making notes of scripts here for our call answering agent. You can see the first 2 questions are yes and no, and the next 2 questions are multi-line text. If you want to stop the screen here to look at these questions, go ahead and do so now. All right, now that your questions are done, please keep in mind that Pebble lead forms will always ask for a few pieces of information before they actually see this. So you need to make sure you inform your call answering service that they will be also recording down on the name, email, and phone number before they actually see these questions here. That's how the Pebble lead forms currently works. Alright, so once I'm done creating these questions or all your qualifying questions for your call answering service, I'm going to go ahead and now embed that. We can now go ahead and hit Create Embed Code. You can choose a layout, but really this doesn't matter because this is being internally used. Alright, I've gone ahead and selected some options, and I'm going to actually use it on a custom website because not everybody has a REI conversion website. I'm actually just going to copy this code here. So I go ahead and hit Copy Snippet. The next thing I'm going to do is head over to the back end of my website and log in and come into creating pages. I'm going to create a brand new page for my call answering service. So I'm going to go ahead and create Add New. Alright, because REI conversion website is based on an editor called Elementor, I'm going to quickly hit Edit with Elementor. Great. Now you can see here, Elementor makes it very easy for me to embed code by finding the code widget. So I'm going to type in HTML and drag that right into the body here. All I'm going to do now is simply paste in that code. If I wanted to use the actual short code provided, I just have to make sure that I have the Pebble plugin installed, which most of you do. But you can also use the HTML code like I'm doing here, and this works for any other website that allows for custom code. Next thing I'm going to do is simply hit Publish. But before that, I'm going to need to make this easy for my call answering service to be able to find this page. Right now, I haven't actually named this page. So I'm just going to head back out here to the back end again. And I'm going to come back into Pages. And this time, I know that it's this page here that I just created. I'm going to actually hit Quick Edit to change the name to, let's say I'm using PatLive. And the slug is going to be part of that link. So it's yoursite.com/whatever that slug is. So I'm going to call it PatLive. So that if I type in my website's address /PatLive, I will be able to find that. So here's my website's address. I'm going to paste that in and type in PatLive. And you can see it shows my form now. Now, obviously, I can style this a little bit better by putting some space, but right now, I don't really care. All right, so I'm going to show you how this form works. First of all, I'm going to look up someone in my property list, and we're going to pretend we're Dennis Romero here. So let's go ahead and fill that out. My name is Dennis Romero. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and submit that. So what's going to happen next is that I'm going to confirm the property parcel number with them. As a call answering service, after I've asked them for the name, email, and phone, I'm going to say, great, is your parcel number 98310-831, as seen here? If that is a yes, I'll go ahead and hit yes. If not, I'll go ahead and hit no. It'll ask you to submit some information. So your call answering service is going to ask for the county, APN, and acreage. Now, because this is actually an existing property, I'm not going to go ahead and actually submit this. stating that that is the right property. So let me go ahead and enter that in again. So if your call answering service recorded that information down, they're going to be able to confirm the property with them. They say yes on the phone. Now they can go ahead and answer the rest of these questions. So let's go ahead and do so. Let's say, yes, it did include a price. Are you accepting our offer? Yes. And may I ask, why are you not accepting the offer? Well, we're skipping this answer because we answered yes and B. Then we're going to go to question D. Thanks for giving us a call. Our acquisitions team will now put together a customized offer for you, just so we know we are in the ballpark with our offer. How much were you needing to get out of it? Again, we're not going to actually answer this question. We're going to go straight to the ending the call accepted offer script, which is something that I provided my call answering service with already. So I'll simply go ahead and hit submit. Great. Now this should have come in as a lead. You'll get notified by email. You can't see it right now, but I just received an email notification. And if I go to my Pebble board and come into sellers here, if I scroll all the way down, I can now see Dennis Romero submitted his property. His email, his phone is all appended here. And the notes of that form is also recorded here in the lead form box. So that's how you embed a form from Pebble onto your website or any website for your call answering service to intake properties.